really won't complain, even if I could. It doesn't make sense to do so, especially if it's not going to help anything, honestly. I hope everyone's doing great, aside from this war that's going on. You know, the powerful people in America pretty much likes to bully other countries or other parts of the world, so I'm not gonna get into politics, but I hope anyone who has family in the military or army or whatever, if they are heading to Iran or at some point will be drafted into this terrible war, my thoughts and my prayers are with you. Anyone who lived there, the people here who are like personally impacted every day, my prayers are with you. So other than that, I just pretty much wanted to make a video to tell everyone how I've been doing. Just like a life update. I've been doing great. I've been okay. Nothing too extravagant. Just working as expected. Working too hard sometimes. I wanted to do something different on my background, so I got some twinkly lights, so I hope you all like that. And I was wanting to also just have my videos in general a little darker than they usually are, because I know one of my own pet peeves have been like when I am listening to ASMR or watching ASMR and the screen is too bright, like even when you turn it down, because I usually turn mine down all the way down when I am like getting ready for bed, but the screen is too bright. So I've seen other ASMR artists do this, so I was like, let me go ahead and do that as well. So I have some tea that I've been drinking. It is vanilla, chamomile, ginger, and mint. And the cup is very warm. It feels so good. My nails are really short, so I can't tap too much. Oh, it's so warm. It's the best. It's the best. It's usually really cold in my house, so the fact that I'm wearing this halter top right now is kind of weird for me because I'm typically like bundled up, but it's warm outside. It's just cold in here. And when I do bundle up, it's like there are moments where I'm feeling a little bit too warm, if that makes sense. So then I have to take these clothes off and just be this way until I get chill bumps, and then it's just a big thing that I do back and forth. But I wanted to just set the intentions for a lot of your New Year's, if you haven't done it already, to like make sure you clean your sheets. Make sure you clean your sheets. Make sure you do your laundry. Make sure you are meditating more, for sure. If you have any New Year's resolutions that you wanted to start and you haven't, it's not too late. You literally don't have to wait until the new year to do things. Well, I wouldn't consider this the new year. The new year for me is like after winter, but since this is something that we all in the US, something that we all pretty much celebrate, you know, for a lot of people, it is very common for us, okay? That makes sense. So if you have some New Year's resolutions that you haven't started, or anything that you had like on your vision board, or things that you short-term goals you wanted to accomplish, it's definitely not too late, okay? You still have time. You definitely have time. Just don't how can I say, don't think that because you haven't done it already, or it's taking you a while to get there, that you won't get there, okay? Just keep pushing forward. And it's also something I have to tell myself, because I started a small business, and a lot of the times it's just or starting a small business. And a lot of the times I feel so discouraged, you know, like, oh, I shouldn't do this, or knowing that it's hard work and I have other jobs to do, my regular job that I have, focusing on my YouTube channel as well, maintaining the audience on my Instagram, ASMR Instagram, as well as my YouTube channel, and then family things, friend things, you know, just making sure I have those. It's just a lot of things. Like, just do not feel like you are not doing enough or that it's too late and just give up. Like, that's the worst thing that you can do, is give up, okay? So this is personally from me to you, even if it's something that is really hard going on, you're going through a very tough time and you just feel like you can't do something, like, know that you can. It's me personally telling you that you can. I felt that way, I've been there, and honestly, just me talking myself into things and just meditating daily, setting those intentions, manifesting things, you know, saying that I can do it, you know, taking the steps to get to where I want to be, it definitely has paid off. It's going to pay off more, and it will for you too. So I hope that made sense, and I hope that someone takes heed to it. I hope that someone maybe needed to hear it. I don't know, but let's see. So I was just watching Heather Feather, one of the OG ASMR artists that I've been listening to for a long time. She made a movie was it a month ago or a couple of months ago? Don't quote me on this because I don't really know exactly when the video was posted, but she made a video, and this video is amazing, okay? It's amazing. I instantly, just watching it for like 3 minutes, I'm in a state of mind where I can't really move or think. I don't know if any of you have watched Heather Feather. I have a few ASMR artists that I listen to back and forth, newer ones, older ones. My ASMR range from, because how can I say, it's just I listen to the thing that I'm interested in at the time. But if I happen to stumble upon a video that just really does it for me, okay, and her movie really, really does it for me, like, it's 27 minutes of pure ecstasy. I promise you, if I remember at editing this to put it in my description, I'm gonna do that because I need all of you to watch it, okay? I need you to watch it. What was I gonna say? And I have some really, really cool content coming for you this week because, drumroll, there have been people giving me some really good content, so I am going to be uploading some new stuff for you. I've pretty much been recording all day because typically when I do my videos, I have to get them, as many as I can, done in a day, and then I'll just, you know, edit them and post them during the week, which is probably the best thing to do. That way I'm not trying to post everything all in one day, and it's showing that I'm being more content, you know, and I think that's good for you all and also good for me. You let me know what's good for our channel. Leave me some comments, all of that good stuff. So yes, this movie is thebomb.com. Okay, it's the best. Just the time and dedication she put into it, everyone else who has helped her make it, I can't even tell you how good it is. Like, it's something you have to watch. And then she posted not too long ago a how-to, basically, like, behind the scenes of the movie. Oh my gosh. And it's like, it's not even ASMR, but it's still ASMR because just her voice really does it for me. Like, everything she does, she taps a candle, it's like bliss for me, okay? And mind you, if you are a fan of Heather Feather and you've been following her for a while, she's also on the Tingle app, I believe, as well. And so am I. So if you get the Tingles app, you need to find me on there. Well, you don't need to, but I'd like for you to. There are no ads or anything. I don't even think I have ads on my videos anyway. But if you want other artists that does have ads, Tingles is the place to be, because there are no ads. You can set like sleep timers, and it's a lot of great things. Okay, a lot of cool perks, but that's not here nor there. Okay, but she's on the Tingles app, and I know she's probably posted somewhere else. I'm only really familiar with her being on the Tingles app, but she has taken like a hiatus from YouTube for like 2 years, so she hasn't really posted anything at all. And oh my gosh, she has been posting more frequently. I mean, not like every day or every week, but she's been posting more than she had been, and it's just so great to have her here, you know, making content and giving it to us. Like, I don't care if she goes another 5 years without making a video, honestly, because she's killing it right now. Like, she's killing it. I sound like a fan, like a really huge fan, because I am. I love her videos. Really have gotten me through. Her and some other OG ASM artists, but she is one of my fave. Okay, so I want to tell y'all a story. It's a really sad story, and I know a lot of the times when there's stories being told when race is involved, a lot of people get very like iffy about it. They can't take it. It's just like something that they just can't handle, I think. But I'm not gonna get too into it, but I'm gonna tell you a little bit of what happened the night of New Year's, because we decided to go out. It's my first time actually going to like a party, a New Year's party, a New Year's Eve party, an adult New Year's Eve party where no kids were allowed. It's my first time, and we went to this place that my girlfriend's coworker invited us to. Okay, it's a country place here in Florida. It's called Dallas Bulls, and I believe it's still considered Tampa, Florida, but I don't care, and I'm not gonna not say their name because fuck those people. Okay, but it's called Dallas Bulls, and it's on 301. And now I'm just being petty. No, I'm not. Okay, so it was our first time there, but they play country music. No, I'm not like a huge country music fan. I do respect artists. I do respect music, period. So it really, to me, it really doesn't matter what you're listening to or what you're singing or what you're rapping or whatever. Like, if it's art, I can respect it. So I do know some country music, you know, more I think like country, like pop, or country. It's like not very old country music, but I do know a few country songs that I know like every single word to. So I was down to go. And then there was also a hip-hop floor, so they had like hip-hop playing, and I was like, okay, you know, that works, that's cool, I'll be down to go. Give me a reason to dress up, because of course I like to dress up, as most, I mean, not all women or anyone, but some people like to get dressed up sometimes. And it was like you pay a certain amount and you get like all you can drink. So I planned on drinking champagne all that night. So we get there, and I'm just trying to tell you this story without sounding like I am angry or anything, because it's like the sad reality of the world that we live in, and I shouldn't be surprised, but I was, because I wasn't expecting this. And most of the time when people of color talk about things where they were treated unfairly or discriminated against, there's always that one person who's like, well, if you would have done this, this wouldn't have happened. And it's just like, typically always someone who doesn't really deal with racism, has not dealt with that shit at all, or someone who just don't care, like they just don't want to really feel empathy for someone who can go through it, you know. Okay, if any of those people are in my comments, I'm not gonna pay them any mind, but that's just a real thing. Okay, so we get there and I'm already feeling good, ready to have a good time, and the bouncer is like looking at our IDs in a way that he's like mad skeptical about our IDs. Okay, now my license is only 2 years. No, I got my license in 2017. It was a replacement license, and it's because I had lost my previous one, so I had to get a new one in 2017. So literally that was not that long ago, and the only thing different was like my hair was shorter. That's it. And he's like, oh, these are old pictures, telling me and my partner this, and she doesn't have a Florida license. Her license is from Ohio, and her picture is literally about the same because she just had to get hers renewed. So she got hers in like 2017 as well, or 2018 if we want to be honest, and nothing changed about hers either except her hair literally was shorter. And he's like, oh, the pictures are old, I don't really know if this is you. Like, what the fuck? He asks us if we have another form of ID, and it just was like, first of all, the pictures are of us. They're not invalid. They're valid licenses of people, of who we are, and it's showing us that it's us, and it's showing that we are old enough to get into this club. Like, what does it really matter how old the picture is? You know, you really are only looking to make sure it's not a fake ID. I am the person on there, which you can tell that I am, and that we are old enough to get into this club. He's like, do we have a second form of ID? I don't just carry around like my passport, you know what I mean? I do have a very, very old ID that they clipped at the DMV when I got my license. So it's like, I don't carry that around because it's not valid. Who really walks around with two forms of ID? Like, everyone doesn't do that. It's just not something that you do when the law states that my license is a form of ID, is something that I can use. Child, and I've been to clubs in different parts of the world, not just the US, and not even just Florida, other states, other countries. Like, why? I've never had this problem before in my life. And he's like, oh, well, let us see your social media. Why would I show you my social media? Like, first of all, what is that gonna prove? Because that's not a form of ID. That's literally not a form of ID. And he literally just let all of these other white people in. And I'm not, please don't call me racist, but it's the sad reality. Like, it was two black people, two people of color, that you're saying you need to see our ID, another form of ID, when the IDs that we're showing you are valid. It's just like, why is this still happening in 2020, bro? It was like hours before 2020, and we're still being discriminated against because of somebody being skeptical. Because honestly, what could have been the reason why? I looked good that night. I had on like a cute ass dress. I was like fly. My girlfriend looked good. We looked good. So like, we didn't have weapons. Our licenses were valid. It was just like, what the fuck? Why do you need to see? I'm personally not showing you my social media. What is that gonna prove? It's just so stupid. And then like, at one point, like, we wanted our money back, and it's just like, I could be okay. So I kept telling myself not to get loud, not to get angry, because that's what they expect of you, especially a black woman. That's what they expect of me. And honestly, if I raise my voice, if I look like I have an attitude, they're automatically gonna say, oh, you need to calm down, or you need to act like, you know. It's just like something that they always do to women, period. But to a black woman like me, that shit is hand in hand. I could be whispering to them like this, saying, sir, why are we being discriminated against? And they're gonna say, lower your voice. And then what do I say? because no one's really gonna take up for us. People are just looking at us and they don't give a fuck. It's so weird. Like, and why don't more people care about discrimination? Like, I feel like if this was happening to anyone, if I have a voice to open my mouth and take up for them, I will. And I need to stop doing that because I see that people don't reciprocate. It's just so fucked up. We didn't get our money back. We did get our money back yesterday because the bank refunded our money. But the people were like, I asked them, once I pointed out to the manager, because the manager had to come downstairs. It was so much. It was so much. Once I pointed out to the manager that I felt like we were being discriminated against, he told me to talk to him like an adult. I was just like, what? Am I not talking to you like an adult? It's just so weird. Like, it's so weird. How can, like, I can't even speak how I really feel because I don't want to come off like I have hatred in my heart for anyone, but it's just weird that me speaking up for someone doing me wrong, I am automatically wrong because I'm speaking up. Like, I didn't raise my voice at him. I didn't call him out of his name, anything. I just told him I feel like we were being discriminated against. And he knew we were, you know, but he don't give a fuck. Like, nobody really gives a fuck because if it's not happening to them personally, nobody really gives a fuck. And it's so sad. It's so sad. But I know that we're not going back there. It's just like, how is this still happening in 2020? But I've already talked it out to people. We've got our money back. You know, I'm past it. I just thought I'd share it with you because I want you all to know, I'm not telling you that you have to do this, but if you see someone being treated unfairly or being discriminated against, like, if it's not gonna kill you, please say something, because you will be surprised how you can hold someone else accountable for bullshit if you call them out on it. You'll be surprised, especially if a white person does it. Like, it's something different for them if they speak out, but a lot of them won't. And it's so sad, but it's the world we live in. I just want to say this to anyone who has been treated unfairly, but regardless of their gender, their skin color, their religion, whatever. If anyone has treated you unfairly or discriminated against you or made you feel like you just had no power, like, please know that shit is gonna change. It's changing slowly, very slowly, slower than it needs to. But please know that there are going to be moments in your life where you're going to feel some type of, how do I say, it's not always going to go unnoticed. Even if it's not your situation personally, you're going to see it unfold for someone else just like you, if that makes sense, okay? Because I'm so sick of people being treated wrong. Children, everyone. I'm so sick of it. Oh, this is so annoying. But that's pretty much all I've been up to. Other than that one experience, like, I've been great. I've been phenomenal. More so, I'm happy that we finally got our money back because I was just like, are we gonna get our money back for this? And we paid like $100. And I'm not mad rich, and I'm not like balling, but I'm not okay with just giving my money $100 away to racist people. I'm not cool with that, like, at all. I'm not cool with giving them any of my money, to be honest, but especially not that amount of money, knowing that they would not even let us in their club. And I feel like even if I showed them my social media, it would have been something else. First of all, I don't want to go into a club that's gonna make me show them my social media, because that's not a form of ID. So already you're trying to act like you're doing me a solid or really doing something lawful, when have they ever taken your social media at the border? When has that been acceptable? You know what, if you don't have your passport, you don't have your ID with you, let us see your social media. Like, that's not a thing. What the fuck? It's crazy. But you all, everyone, stay up, stay blessed. Know that I love you, and Happy New Year.